What's good, everybody? It's your boy Reckless Ray Dinero, and we are back at it again for another episode of Crypto Portfolio Updates. And before we jump into it, shout out to the Bag Chasers. That is the Bag Chasers of Anton Daniels of AntonDaniels.com's Patreon group, Bag Chasers, of which I am a participant. You can catch me in the cryptocurrency section, trolling around. Every once in a while, I pop up in other sections, providing some insight, sometimes learning stuff, a lot of times learning stuff. Actually, it's a great network. Good to be a part of it. Happy to be a part of it. And it's my way of giving back. As always, the Back Chasers will be getting this today, Sunday, June 18th, before everybody else who will be getting it Wednesday, June 21st. For those of you who are catching it Wednesday, happy hump day. If your week is not phenomenal, it is only halfway through the week. It's not too late to change it. Those of you who are catching it on Sunday, day of today, as I am recording, I am hoping that you've had a good weekend. I am hoping that you did not fumble the bag. I am hoping that you are preparing for the week ahead, just as I am preparing for the week ahead. Which, speaking of the week ahead, I'm going to be house sitting. So you're probably going to be seeing me from a couple of different locations. Yeah, I mean, it's what it is. I'm a very good house sitter. Just in case anybody has a really nice house that they want house sat, I'm trustworthy. For everybody else, we're gonna jump into it. Definitely make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Hit me up in the comments. We're gonna go through. We'll jump right into it. Let's get me small, make this picture big for y'all. So for those who are not looking, I got the pie graph up here for you. We are looking at. We're still sitting in the profit even with this nightmarish week. That's a couple of weeks been pretty volatile. Bear market volatility. You do have ups in bear markets. It's just you have more downs than ups. So for us, this is par for the course. This was to be expected. I've been running my bear market strategy this whole time, buying up everything I could. This specific dip, I only got a piece of, and it was the early piece. Not concerned because levels are back up ahead of what it was, but we are still sitting in the green with a 23.73% in the positive for the year so far with this portfolio, which I'm not complaining about. Ethereum dipped below 1700, which was awesome. Did not get to get any of that. Synthetics network is down a little bit. The top 10 shuffled a little bit because of the volatility, so we'll jump right into that. So that way we can all be on the same page here. We're going with the top 10. I'm going to read off my top 10 holdings for this year, the 2023 portfolio. Not the top 3 overall because it would be predominantly Bitcoin. But here we go. So position number 1 is held by our target for this year, which is Ethereum, ETH. Position number 2 is Synthetics Network, SNX. Position number 3 is USD coin, USDC. Position number 4 is Arbitrum, ARB. Position number 5 is Wrapped Bitcoin, WBTC. Position number 6 is Nasdaq's, NSDX. Position number 7 is Yearn, CRV, YCRV. Position number 8 is the original orange pill, Bitcoin, BTC. Position number 9 is Cosmos Hub, Atom, ATOM. Position number 10 is Frax, FRAX. Now, as we can see, Yearn curve took a definitive hit this week. As far as my top gainers and losers, I think the top losers for what we have active is XRP, which is down 6.9% on the 7-day. The top gainer for me is Qcoin, which is up 16.4% on the 7-day. Not too bad. Obviously, stuff is bouncing back. The 7 days it's looking pretty mixed. I mean, it's kind of making me happy with the portfolio, the way that it's performing. The top 10 coins are doing their job, kind of putting a hedge against volatility outside of the fact that like we're taking these hits. You can see where we fell off a cliff here. Down, 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 down. Would have been really nice to buy around this range, but this was not payday week, so there were no buys to be made. Now, on to the next thing. We've got the top 5 gainers and losers on the 24-hour, which is pretty interesting. So on the gainers, we have Theta Drop. No idea what that is. T Drop. Lusco, Lyxe, and Access Protocol, ACS, and Clover Finance, CLV. Now, you're looking at these, they're not wild 24-hour gains. We're looking at the top, it's 28.4%. At the bottom, oh, we're not at 5. This is 4. And then the last one is PIP, PIP, for the top 5 gainers. And at the low end, the 5th position here is 17.9%, which these actually, I mean, 24 hours, these are good bounce backs. Somebody's buying these dips. No idea what Clover Finance and Access Protocol actually do. I'm familiar with those 2 projects, but everything else seems crazy. Now we'll go to the top losers. And I hope you're not in any of these coins. These are ascending from top to bottom. So in position number 1, we have FIEF, FIEF. Number 2, we have Bob token, which has taken so FIEF has taken a 51.2% hit in the value. So it was at 28 cents. It's now at 14 cents. Bob token is taking a 33.4% hit. Wojak, WOJAK, has taken a 22.9% hit. Forta, FORT, has taken a 16.3% hit. And Milady meme coin, Milady, has taken a 16.3% hit. Wild. These are, as far as I can tell, all of these are meme coins. I really hope you guys aren't. Oh, and Milady meme coin, the ticker on that one is LADYS, ladies. Really hope nobody's involved in these meme coins. Volatile swings, man. You play games, get rewards. So those are the top 5 gainers and losers. Hope everybody is on the gaining side of that, and I hope not too many people are on the not gaining side. So now let's get into the news about why, what's going on, and some things that I found interesting. So this week we I'll get that out of the face of this. The Binance news seems like they've come to some sort of temporary resolution, and I'm just going to let you guys know that this was a big reason for the market tank. The article is coming from CoinDesk, and it is judge signs off on Binance SEC deal to move all U.S. customers' funds. Wallet keys back onshore in lieu of restraining orders. So there's a restraining order filed, which is interesting. I just wanted to read this chunk of it here so that everybody's in the know on the resolution. What I find funny is the abruptness of this dip being bought back up. I'm pretty sure most of those who got ran out of the market are not the ones who bought the dip. They sold and ran, and they will buy back in probably now that the dip is bought up. And this is the reason I'm not much of a trader. I'm an investor in crypto. I do not trade. I do not make rash decisions the day of. The sky doesn't fall on Dinero land. We make metered decisions based on long-term projections. Now, let's get into this article. A federal judge has signed off on a temporary agreement between the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC, global crypto exchange, Binance, and its U.S. affiliate to have Binance US take steps to ensure only local employees can access customer funds as the regulator and companies work through the SEC lawsuit. Of course, the parties announced a deal late Friday to ensure that Binance US employees can access customer funds in the short term, that only Binance US employees, which Judge Amy Berman Jackson of the District Court of the District of Columbia signed early Saturday. That was yesterday. The judge also ordered the parties to begin proposing timelines for the broader lawsuit. Now, this is good news. I guess it's moving forward, but the lawsuit in and of itself is a sham. So the SEC is basically extorting money from Binance. That's what's going to happen. Money's going to change hands. You'll note that during this time period, oh, I need to actually pull that story up. Hold on. Let's see here. Actually, this is going to fall right behind this because that's going to be the next thing. So let's jump over to this. But it's interesting some of the stuff that's happened in lieu of this lawsuit. So the market drops. All of a sudden, the market gets bought back up. And this is also in the news. So BlackRock may have found a way to get SEC approval for a spot Bitcoin ETF. Of all the ETFs, BlackRock chose after the SEC sues Coinbase and Binance to submit their paperwork for the Bitcoin ETF. Grayscale has been applying for a Bitcoin ETF. Grayscale has taken up a lawsuit with the SEC over their lack of approval of a Bitcoin ETF. BlackRock is coming behind them during this time, which is terrible for Bitcoin apparently, and they've decided to throw their hats in. And BlackRock has, hold on, actually, I have a track record. BlackRock's track record for approvals is, hold on a second, let me see here. Their record of getting ETFs approved is 575 to 1, meaning they've only gotten denied one time. Once. So I think this is going to be interesting. I mean, if there was a gambling site on whether this was going to go through, I would bet on it going through. Odds probably aren't in your favor considering how much they've won. But if I was a betting man, I'm betting on BlackRock. I think it's pretty quite telling that the SEC is running all the competition for the powers that be, as far as America is concerned, out of the market, so that the powers that be can have it all to themselves. But I digress. Let's keep it moving. Now, these are two articles that both got dropped roughly around the same time. These are both current articles now. And Reuters, they're talking about, it's kind of a Bitcoin is dead. This will go on the long list of Bitcoin is dead. Bitcoin has died multiple times. The information in this article was not worth going over because it's just pretty much bashing on Bitcoin, saying that all the things in the crypto space that have gone down, Terra Luna USD, which I was involved in, FTX was not involved in, Binance and Coinbase's lawsuit. They listed out all the bad news, and they didn't really talk about cyclically how our bull runs work because no one's going to tell you about that when they put out bad news. On the back end of it, they kind of slightly gave some good news. The name of the article is "Crypto is Dead, Long Live Crypto," but like the long live crypto part, it was kind of saying that now that they've scared out all the people who are trying to get rich tomorrow, that somehow that's supposed to be better for the market, which honestly it is. I prefer there be less traders because I just don't see the point in it. I mean, less gamblers, the better. I'd like people here who understand what we're doing, understand what this market was made for, understand the opportunity, and are looking long term. Most people aren't, which is fine. I rock with that too. Most of people aren't getting rich tomorrow, though. I don't know any people who got rich tomorrow. So we're just gonna keep it rocking out. But this is interesting just in the sense that, like, so you have the crypto is dead, long live crypto article, but then on the other end of this, also same day, you have Forbes, which is releasing an article that is a speculation article, which is it could happen very quickly. Crypto bulls issue a huge 10x price prediction amid wild Bitcoin and Ethereum swings. Now, when we're looking at what's expected this year, and we're halfway through this year now, but this year is a buy year. And I've said this since the beginning of this year. This is when you're setting up positions. This is when you're getting things in place. I've got pretty much most of my positions that I'm probably going to have for this portfolio in place. We're going to start shuffling around with the passives that we're getting and moving that direction. But that aside, we're looking at, and the way that I'm shaping up this year is when the bull run happens, it could happen very quickly. That's going to be 2025 and maybe 2026. Maybe if we're lucky, the end of 2024. Maybe. Up until then, we're basically in varying degrees of bull markets. There's going to be a bunch of dips. There's going to be a bunch of shakeouts. There's going to be a bunch of not flattering articles for Bitcoin. There's going to be a bunch of bad talk about Bitcoin. There's going to be bad talk about the space. They're going to try and get as many people out as they can. And then when the floodgates open, everybody comes running back. And the people who stayed and the people who won that battle of attrition will reap the benefits. That's my prediction. You're going to see a lot of people saying a lot of crazy things. They do this every year. And around this time, I was looking at my post from last year. A bunch of the same stuff that's happening right now. I have posts reflecting that it was happening last year. I had posts that it was happening far enough back, because I've been doing this for so long, that it was happening pre the last bull run. So that just tells me, keep doing what I'm doing, keep buying, stay resolute. You're going to get two-sided articles depending on your source. They will switch back and forth. They will flip-flop. Bitcoin's probably going to die about, I'd say, at least 5 more times before we get to the bull run, when everybody's going to be like, oh, we knew it all along, but we just told you it was dead so that you didn't have the opportunity that they're going to have, because they're still buying. And I think we're gonna close it out there. As far as the alpha, let's take a look at the ATOM staking rate. Hold on, we'll pull that up, because as far as I'm concerned, this is going to be the thing, because it's in a good buying range right now, and B, it's a consistent. So right now, the reward rate is at 22%, sitting right at 22%. And then I'm looking at the delegator rate, because most people aren't going to have enough ATOM to set up a validator node, nor do they know how to do it. Staking as a delegator, super easy. Get your Kelper wallet, and you can stake within the wallet. Super easy to delegate. Send your tokens over, stake your tokens. Happy day. But we're going to close out with that. It's your boy, Reckless Ray Dinero. And until next week, this has been Crypto Portfolio Updates. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Those of you who are new to the channel or just finding this content, thank you for tapping in. Definitely hit the subscribe button if you found it useful. Share it. Share it with your friends. Make a post about it. It's great. If you have, I want to know, hit me up down in the comments. Let's talk about how you guys are navigating this price action. When the number goes red, do you buy or do you sell? Do you run for the hills? Do you liquidate your position and buy back in after it's at a higher point? Or are we just consistently dollar cost averaging? Because that's what I'm doing. But let's talk about it down in the comments. Definitely leave me a comment. Catch you guys later. It's go time. So let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. I pull up. Let's go.